We, as other nations, firstly signed up to the UN Convention, which defines who a refugee is. In fact, we were the sixth country to do so. We were right there at the start, at the forefront. And we, amongst a smaller number of nations, although 40 plus of them, have signed up to the European Convention on Human Rights too. So we have made a legal agreement with other states to respect this international human rights law. And so we know it's not for us to rewrite the commitments that we have made. It's for us to uphold them. Just as it happens, we expect the French and the Germans and many other countries to do, because, of course, if they didn't do that, there'd be even fewer people finding safety elsewhere and presumably more people crossing the Channel, trying to find safety in our nation and not having found it elsewhere.
So what is, I mean, this is a $64,000 question with this, isn't it? What is the answer? I mean, by Rishi changing the definition, would it stop people trying to cross the Channel in those boats? Would it stop people losing their lives trying to do so?
Changing or trying to change the definition is not going to make a jot of difference, because the people who make those journeys, they literally are in circumstances where they don't really have any rational choice. The conditions of the few people who leave northern France, most people who reach France and seek asylum do so in France. We see very few refugees compared to France. But a significant number of people move on, generally for one of two reasons. They have very strong connections here, so that's why they want to reach this country, like family here. Or they're amongst the few who can't get into the French asylum system. You go and look in northern France, conditions there are not just miserable for those people, they face state violence regularly from the French police. And of course, they're going to try and escape from that and seek safety here. If you change the definition or change how you operate that definition, all you are liable to do is to have more people that you can't remove and who certainly are not going to cooperate with your attempts to remove them, because they know they're not safe. No one's going to go home to be tortured. No one's going to hang around in keeping in touch with the authorities, thinking they're going to send them somewhere to be tortured. So we'll just make much more of a mess of the asylum system than I'm afraid our government has already done.